Hello, I'm Draq, and this is a video about how to make money using the auction house in New World. So just so you guys know, I stream on Monday nights by myself, and then I also stream on Tuesday nights with the classes MMORPG 101. I've always been really good at making money in MMORPGs. In fact, I always joke that that's my crafting, right? I like work in the auction house. I like making money. And so I've learned a lot of tips and the tricks over the years. And so when it came to New World, it was just like second nature to me to work the auction house. And so this was from last night's stream where I just went through the entire process of what I do when I put all my stuff up on the auction house and how I buy things and how I sell things. So I hope this is really useful to you. Onward and upward. Owns the place. So my hope is that purple always owns Everfall because it's a nice central spot. And even when I get a higher level, I'll probably still at least sell a lot of my stuff in Everfall because a lot of people use that as a central hub. Alright, so I'm just dragging this auto banking everything here. Alright. Fishing. These little mod things. Go to the bank. Alright. Everything's off of me, into the bank. The great thing about this system is you don't have to have stuff on you to sell, right? You can sell directly from your bank, which is super handy. But all the towns are separate. So each market is separate from other markets and each bank is separate from other banks. So at some point, I suppose I could get big enough where I start to sell and I would port around to each of the different towns that Purple owns and sell in each of the different towns. But that sounds like a lot of work. So I'm not sure if I'm up for all that. Or into, I like New World and I like playing New World, but I'm not sure I'm quite that into it. So for making money, there's two types of items, right? There's items that I collect throughout the game as I'm just playing the game, right? That I'm just going to sell. Like aged wood is an example of that. So I'm just I like gathering, right? It's just fun for me to do in this game. And also it's a moneymaker. So as I'm leveling up my chopping down of trees skill, I think it's woodworking or whatever the heck it is, I get lots of aged wood, right? So every time I come back to town, I dump the aged wood in my bank. And then so I just put an order in for aged wood. Ooh, jeez. That's brutal. 6 cents. So I don't care about aged wood. So, I mean, honestly, at 5 cents, I'm not even going to mess with it, probably. That's not even enough. So I'll probably just give that to Breakout, right? Because it's not even enough to mess with. So it was selling for like 15 cents. I think that was this morning. So that was kind of worth it, but 6 cents is not. So I'd rather just give it to somebody I like. So I'll probably just dump that on Breakout, right? Animal Eye. This morning was also not worth it. But we're just going to check it. It is rare. Yeah, 7 cents. Not worth it. Right? So I'll probably just dump, like I said. This one was also not worth it. Whatever this thing is. Animal Viscera. Viscera? 13 cents. Nah, not really worth it. Alright, so let's get to some good stuff. Here we go. Blessed Crucible. I got this. I looted this. Mined it. Perfect. So this is our first example. So this is something I just mined, and it came up purple rare, which is awesome. So they're selling for 50. So I always go 1 penny less, right? And the reason I always go 1 penny less is because if you put it on for the same price, then you may not be at the top of the list, and you want to be at the top of the list. Just like an internet search, right? You only look at like the top 2 things. So you want to be number 1 on the top of every sell list. So let's go a penny cheaper to make sure I'm on top of the list. If you go the same price, but someone has less time to sell, in other words, their auction is up before yours, then their auction will be at the top ahead of yours. So that's bad. You don't want that to happen. So I always lose a penny on the transaction, and I always, so I'm then the top listing. I want to sell all 4 items, and I never do 14 days. 14 days is ridiculous. You're going to get so undercut in 14 days. You're just wasting your money. I always go one day. I mean, if you're more like forget, like you just don't want to mess with it, maybe 3 days. I would never do 7 days or 14 days. That's just stupid. So one day gets you the least amount of listing fee. So you're losing the least amount of money for putting your stuff up on the market. Because if you put all this stuff up, certain percentage of your items aren't going to sell, and you're just going to lose this listing fee, and you're not going to gain any money. Right? So you want this fee, this number, to be the least amount possible. So I always put them up one day. I fuss with it every day. It's kind of my morning routine. I drink my water in the morning. I'm sitting at my computer. I'm waking up. I put my stuff on the auction house every morning. All right, except for today. Today we're doing it for you guys. So we got it up there. It's a penny less, so it appears at the top. We have all 4 items, and it's only for one day, so it only costs me $3.79. But if I sell all this stuff, it's going to make me $200, right? So that's a good deal. So I'll place it up. Perfect. Same thing for this one. This is something I harvested. Perfect. $4.98. Penny less. Puts me on top. I got 2 of them. Boom. Blighted. Actually, let me show you. So actually, where's my orders? Active orders. Right. So let's take a look at this one. Blessed Crucible, right? So when I see something like that, I go search for the buy, right? So let's do this. Blessed Crucible, right? So I want to buy these then. So this is a buy order. So what a buy order does is when somebody comes in and they want to sell their stuff immediately, right? And they're not willing to be patient. They don't want to put their stuff on the market. They just want cash in hand right now. Then you have a buy order. And see, there are no buy orders for this Blessed Crucible thing. So that's fantastic for me, right? Like this is what I abuse all the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a buy order for 50 cents. Right? And I am going to I would like 30 of those, right? So what's going to happen is somebody comes in with one of these, they're going to go to the auction house and they're going to see that they can sell their Blessed Crucible for 50 cents. But they're too lazy to go actually see what it sells for on the auction house itself to compare the price. They're just going to sell it. And so they're going to sell it to me. I'm going to buy it for 50 cents and then I'm going to relist it on the auction house for 50 gold, right? And that is basically the system of how I make a ton of money, right? Because I'm purchasing stuff from people who don't know any better, that are just coming into the auction house and selling it stuff to me, and then I'm relisting it as the cheapest thing on the market for people that are impatient, that are buying things. So basically, I'm becoming a middleman, right? I'm a middleman for people who are impatient to sell things, and I'm a middleman for people who are impatient to buy things. But I'm the ultimate patient. Because I want to be the rich wizard, right? And I want to be able to buy whatever I want to buy. I want the nicest house. And I don't want to craft things. I just want to buy things. And so I'm going to fund my crafting friends to do that, right? And so I'm going to put this buy order up for 50 cents. And I'm going to place, and it's going to cost me 18, right? So 15 of that is what I have to front the money for this, right? And then the fee, this is what I lose no matter what, 380. But that's a good deal because even if I just get one right out of this deal, then I'm going to make $49.49. That's my profit on this thing. Well, probably a little less, probably more like 49, right? Because I'm going to lose a little bit when I try to sell it too. So, but that's huge, right? That's a massive profit. So I'm going to put that buy order in, right? And then that's then listed in my buy orders, right? And it just sits there for 24 hours. And when people come in and they want to sell their stuff, they sell it to me because I'm the only one that has a buy order on that, right? And so no one else is going to be listed there. So, so it's just me raking in the money. All right, Blight Root Stem. This is just something that is not worth messing with. I just want to get rid of it. So I just do that. Blueberries. I don't even think these are worth selling either. But we'll check. Oh, they went up a little bit. 39 cents. I'll do that. 39. Perfect. 95 of those. One day. Boom. Breaded bait. 11 of those. 32 cents. Cauliflower. So cauliflower is something that I have bought in the past, right? And I'm buying them for 20 cents, but they're selling for $6.70. So I put them up there for $6.69. And I have not harvested a single cauliflower. So all 19 of these cauliflowers, right? I bought off the auction house for 20 cents, or maybe it was 30 cents. I don't even remember, but something less than 1 gold, right? So, but then I'm selling them for 6.5 or $6.69, right? And so every time I sell a cauliflower, it's just pure money, right? I didn't have to work for it. I didn't have to mess with it. I didn't collect it. Nothing. I'm just making money. Of course, sandpaper. That stuff is collected, but sells super fast. So as I'm out doing my faction quests, you get that stuff. Coconuts. Not real great. Okay, potions, yick. Cranberries. Cranberries I also bought, but it's kind of crashed. I did have more, there was more money in cranberries, but now it's kind of icky. But still, I'm not in it for a ton of money, right? I only spent less than 1 gold for each of these things, right? So it doesn't even matter. Because I used to be making they used to be selling for 20 gold each, but now they're only selling for 4.88. But it's still a good deal, right? Because I'm still making a ton of money on each one, right? So I set those up for 1 day, and away we go. Crossweave, not something you buy, it's just something that's collected. 90 cents. Death moat. Those I did actually harvest. And you see, they actually have, somebody's trying to do this, right? So if I needed death moats, right, for whatever I was crafting, these people are smart, right? They're, instead of paying the 80 cents per death moat, right, he's got 525. So he's just basically saying, I want all the death moats. Anybody that comes in and sells a death moat, I want it, right? And these guys, this guy will probably come in at some point and he'll probably outbid him by a penny, and then it's just who checks it the most, right? And so he's just saying, I want them all, because he doesn't want to pay this 80 cents price up here. He just he wants to get them cheaper so he can use them, or probably not resell them. It's not a good enough market to resell, but he wants to use them. He wants to craft with them, right? So if I was a crafter, this is exactly what I would do. I would be in this game. I would be upping this guy a penny, and I would be buying death moats at 26 cents, right? I would not be paying the 80 cents because that's ridiculous, right? And so, but I'm going to sell mine for 79. Actually, let's go, while I'm thinking about it, let's do the cranberries, right? So they're still, I mean, they're not as great as they were, right? But as the game goes along, I have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to make as much money. The margins are going to get thinner and thinner, right? But it still doesn't matter. This is good. This is still good money. So I'm going to pay 0.1. I'm going to pay a whopping 10 cents per cranberry, right? And I will take, you know what? I will take 50 cranberries, and I will do that for 1 day. And that is going to cost me a whopping $5.50. But when I sell them, I'm going to sell them for, well, those are mine, so I put them up for $4.88, right? So that's what we do. We just play both ends of the market. Okay, so this item I picked up. It was a drop off something, and for whatever reason, I thought it was a good deal. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of ridiculous going on here. So I just want to get rid of it. Like, I don't want to mess with it. I don't really care. It's not that great. I thought it was kind of good. What? There was something on it. Luck, 1.6% chance at rare items from chests and mobs. It seemed like a good passive to me, right? It seemed like something people might want to buy. I thought it might be, you know, something we're selling. So it's up for 12. I just want to dump it, right? I don't want to deal with it. It's not something I'm trying to make tons of money off of. I'm just trying to get it out of my bank, right? So I'm just going to undercut these guys by a lot because I don't want it. So I'll just put that up. Now this one, oh, where'd it go? Thought I had another one. Oh, no, that's a different one. We'll get to that. There's another one in here. We'll just go to that real quick. Oh, this one. So this is my other item, right? So this one is really valuable, right? This one is a piece of mining equipment. So if you put this on in your mining, you get 3.3 additional chance at finding rare when you're mining an item. That's really valuable for miners. Look at these. And so these sell orders up here are ridiculous, right? So I love that, right? So I mine a lot, but to me, it's not worth it at this point to equip this thing. It's not worth 2,100 gold to me to equip this thing, right? I'd rather sell it and get the money because I'm headed towards endgame, right? I'm always headed towards endgame. And when I get to endgame, there's going to be something better. And so I'd rather just suffer as I'm leveling up and then get to endgame and have a bunch of money and then get what I want, right? That's always my goal. And so, because at the end of the day, remember, I'm trying to be a rich wizard. And so, I collect money, I stick it in the bank, and I roll around like Scrooge McDuck, or sleep in it like Smog. Right? That's my goal. And so, we're gonna, you know, we're gonna. But the problem with an item like this, right, is it costs a ton of money to put up. Like, I lose 3407 if nobody buys this thing, which is kind of eh. So I'm going to undercut them a little bit. Hopefully somebody thinks this is a deal and snaps it up, right? So I'm going to put this thing up. You guys awake out there? Are you paying attention? There's between 4 and 7 people that's been watching. Drought of ectoplasm. Oh, see, I've never had this item before. I got it. But that's nice. That's a nice price, right? $18.90. So $18.89. I'm gonna put them up, both of them, and I'm gonna do one day. And then there wasn't any buy order, so I'm also gonna put a buy order in, right? Drought. If I could spell. How do I spell? How is that spelled? What is it? DRA. That's why. DRA. Drought of obsolescence. Well, that's good enough. That's even better. Perfect. So I'm going to put one of those in there for 0.5, and I'll take 10 of those. 24 hours. And away we go. Perfect. All right, back to selling. So now we get to eggs. Eggs are my favorite, right? So I collected 2 eggs today, and I bought 8 eggs, right? So, which is amazing because eggs sell fast, right? Because they're used in some kind of faction quest or town quest for collecting eggs, and so they sell really fast, and they're really expensive. Let's see where they're at. So we're back up to, we were at 20 earlier today, but now they're back up to $29.99. So that's fantastic. This is just quick money in the bank. Oh, look, my coconuts sold. Excellent. So all 10 of those eggs up for 30 a piece, and I am buying them for $3.51. And they sell quick. So that's what that's why the golden eggs, right? These are the money makers, right? Because they're a really good item because they sell quick. I don't have to keep putting them up over and over and over again. It's like tomorrow they'll be gone, and I buy them cheap, right? And so it's just a quick turnaround. So it's just like instant money. So hopefully If you're watching this, you're not on my server, and I'm going to destroy my egg market. But if you do, I won't hold it against you. So the eggs are just a super good item to sell. So I do that. And then I'm also going to go in here. Seems to me like eggs are a valuable item in every MMO I can remember, right? They were good in EverQuest. They were good in WoW. Remember when because they had like the eggnog recipe or something in WoW, and so eggs were like in short demand over periods of time that I played WoW. And I remember abusing the auction house in WoW with eggs. So this is not my first time making lots of money on eggs. So I want 50 of those. 50. Perfect. And I'll get, like I said, I'll get like 8 or 9 for tomorrow. And I'll just sell them all again. And it's just pure profit. Just money going in the bank. Right? So place buy orders. Then put stuff up for sale. 1 penny cheaper. Feathers are worthless. Fibers. How much are fibers worth? 35 cents. Perfect. Buy fibers. Raw diamond. Perfect. I think I bought this. I did buy this. 44. Perfect. So flawed diamond. I'll sell one of those. And I would also like to be in the flawed diamond market. Flawed diamond. Place a buy order. No buy orders. That is perfect. I would like to buy them for 50 cents a piece. And I'd like to buy 10. So you might be wondering why I don't just put this at like 0-1, right? Well, I want it to be like somewhat worth their while, right? So if they see 50 cents there, they're like, oh yeah, well, that's probably what's worth. I'm just gonna sell it, right? So, but if I put like on something that is obviously worth a little something, you gotta put a number on it, right? So place the order. Back to selling. Fraud Malachite. These I also bought. I did not mine these. I don't even know where you get these. But I'm selling them. Now. Flawed Malachite. Buy. 1 day. 10. And I want 25. 25. Yep, and so I bought last time, or from this morning, this was from when I put those up at like 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's so 12 hours later, I got 2 diamonds and 1 malachite from putting them up this morning. So somebody made a bad decision to sell me that. Flawed onyx. Yeah, 20, 25, 24, oops, 24, 99. 1 day. Sapphire. 3 of those, that's excellent. Oh, wait. What did I just do? All my blueberries sold, that's most excellent. Active orders. Where'd it go? Diamond. Yeah. Malachite. Which one did I forget? Diamond, malachite. Onyx, that's what it was. That's the one I wanted. Take 10 of those. 1 day. 25. And you can get really fast at doing this, right? Especially if I'm not talking. Right? I can just whiz through this thing, right? Flint is worthless. Furs. I think I bought furs. I did buy furs. 98. Buy furs. Fur. Fur. I'll take 20. Blood sapphire. So what do you guys think? Do you play the market? Are you clueless about the market? Are you broke in New World? Because I do loans. What was I doing? Oh, there we go. Perfect. Sapphire. Five. Perfect. What was I doing? Oh, I want 10 of those. So game meat is one of these things that, right, that like, I don't know. I mean, it didn't burn me, but it just hasn't worked out how I thought it was. Because I bought a bunch, but the price just keeps going down, and no one is buying my game meat. Like, I have a ton of it. I have 92 of it, and no one. It's not selling. So obviously, I don't put any more buy orders in on that. I'm just gonna try to sell it, and hopefully at some point I dump it and get rid of it, and then I'll probably won't go back to it. Glowing mushroom cap. I believe that was one I did. Oh, look at that. Hello. So occasionally you get one where they don't put the right price on. They're just selling it for way too low, right? So you just go in and buy it. I will just take that. Thank you. Appreciate that, whoever you are. And then I just immediately put it back up. So you're a swell dude. Thanks for selling me that for not enough money. Here we go. Mushrooms back on the market. Place a sell order. 15 of those. Oh, that's too cheap. 7 cents is not worth it. Fangs. I didn't buy these. I got them off some skinning, and they have not sold at all. I don't know if people just aren't using them or what the deal is. I've not had a lot of luck with the crafting mods either. I mean, I do okay on them, but I don't really buy them. They take forever to sell. And I feel like if I have to put something up like, 5 or 6 times, like, I don't know how much money I'm really making. It's not that great. Especially now, they're like really down in price. They were going for pretty good money. But they're just not, like, people aren't burning through them fast enough. And so there's just a glut of it, right? So I would not recommend getting into that. Iron. A bunch of iron. Because I was out mining some iron today. Getting that mining up. Placing the order. Perfect. Done. Lemons. Love the lemons. The lemons are also good money. I have never looted a lemon. These are all purchased for 50 cents. And I will sell them to you for $38.99. That is what a fantastic guy I am. You do have to have a little money to get started doing this, right? But you know, just start selling some stuff, right? Dude, you sell like 4 eggs, you're good to go. Because it only takes me, I don't know, a couple of $200-300 to put all this stuff up, right? So, and I make, you know, like 1.5 to 2,000 gold every session of doing this. So. Should go back and check the eggs, see if somebody outbid me. Yeah, I know how you guys work. 61, perfect. So I'm going to put this up on YouTube as well. I'll probably just download this and put it up on YouTube. So if you have any questions, just put it in the comments. I will watch it and answer any questions you might have. It's pretty simple. It's not a huge deal. It's not something that takes a lot of brain power. It just takes a little bit of managing things and being on top of things, which I find I'm excellent at, right? That's just a skill that I have. Oh, there goes the ore. Perfect. I hope it pops up and still something fun, right? Not something I collected, but something I bought. Just kind of want to. That would be fun for the stream or for the recording. Poultry thigh. Also not a good item to sell. Oh, wait a minute. I need a 2 on that. Rawhide. Rawhide sells very nicely. Very quickly. A lot of people buying rawhide. 39 cents. Red meat. Raw red meat. More iron. Yeah, like I said, so here's one of these, another one of these charms, right? I ended up giving a bunch of these away. They don't sell that well. They're probably useful to a crafter, but they just don't sell that well. People just aren't willing to. I don't think they're used in specifically leveling things up, and so it's not that super useful item that everybody wants. Unlike eggs, everybody wants eggs. A river crest stem. I don't even know where I got that. It's not that good. 99. Perfect. Oh no! I messed it up. I did not get all my stems in there. It's fine. We're at our sage. This one I also was in. So one thing you want to do is as you're out doing stuff, questing, whatever, right, and collecting, gathering, harvesting, all this stuff, right? As you sell stuff, you want to take note of what sells, what has high prices, right? And then just like I do, you go after them, right? So sage. So I noticed there's a big discrepancy. Like this guy's even greedier than I am, so I'll go 10 cents. Look at how generous I am. 10 of those. 24 hours. Salt. Oh, salt is nice. 15. $15.99. I like it. I would like to be in the salt business. Salt. Buy order. Ooh. I don't want to be in for salt for 5. So that 5 means 5 would be right where I would be if I was a crafter, right? And I use salt and for lots of different stuff, and I didn't want to pay $16. I would probably go cheaper than that, but 5 is a pretty reasonable number. But I'm not going to be in for that. That is too much money out the front door on my end. I like super cheap and sells for super lots. That is what I'm looking for. That is the magic combo. Yes. And that's not horrible. Shockleaf bulb. Shock bulb. Alright, I'll do that. Shock bulb. I'm only in for 10 now. One day. Silver. Found some silver mines today. Still pretty worthless though. That is a ridiculous number. Small quartz crystal. Yick. That's awful. Yick, there's a lot of those. Alright, oh, so, yeah, don't ever sell things for a loss. Give it away to your crafting friends. They will love you. Yeah, tree sap is a no. Oh, rawhide, boo. I mean, not boo, it's money, but like I said, I kind of wanted to sell something that I didn't gather. The basic mats sell really well, right? The mining stuff, but there's not enough money in it to buy that stuff, right? You can't buy rawhide, even if you buy it for a very little amount. You're gonna get eaten up in your listing fee, right? And so it's just not worth it. At least I don't think so. It's way better to do this stuff. 52 soul notes. That's a lot of soul notes. Boom, 124. All the ride. That's about, yeah, that's all of it. And I'm back over 20. And so what I do is I give these, I don't know, a couple of rounds, a couple of days through the selling. And if they don't sell, then I just give them away. Because it annoys me. String beans. I think string beans was another one of these things I think I was into, but the price has just come way down. There's not enough people buying string beans. There's too many people selling string beans. So I just have a bunch. I'm stuck with them, so I just got to unload them for whatever I can. They're not a great, that's not a super great moneymaker. Sturdy cooking set. What the heck is that? Gained mastery over fire. Prove your dominance to use it to cook delicious. Okay. Interesting. That must be a house item. Alright. Well, I am not to the housing portion of my life yet. And I would imagine by the time I get there that this price will have come down. So I'm going to put it up for now. So the sprout stem. Booyah. If you just joined, I'm Draq. I'm doing my how to make money on the auction house stream. So basically what we're doing here is we're selling things. This is what's left in my inventory. And then if it's whatever I'm selling, if it's worth a lot of money, I place buy orders. And the buy orders then allow me to get in items for super cheap, and then I sell them for a super lot. So it's pretty soon we should get to something here where I can use that as another example. Oops. 94. No. 0.94. There you go. There you go. Oh, I just got these today. I hope I actually, not a lot. Not very much. Boo. No. There we go. Toadstool fringe. Just cap spiral. So as I was saying before, some of the stuff I just get as I'm out and about doing stuff. Some of the stuff I'm buying off the auction house and reselling it. Water motes is something that I collected. So obviously, cheap stuff I'm just getting rid of. It just goes up just to get rid of it. Perfect. 76. Alright, so now I'm all done. I've worked my way through all my inventory that I want to sell. So now I'm going to go over to buy. And there's a couple of things that I already know that I like, right? So, resources. Cooking. I love cooking. Cooking is my favorite. As we already talked about the egg is fantastic. 30 bucks an egg, right? So I put a buy order in for 50 cents an egg. And then I just buy and sell eggs. All day long, I'm buying and selling eggs. And you're funding my wizard treasure trove. So thank you, people who are buying $30 eggs. And also thank you to people who are selling me 50-cent eggs. I appreciate that. Vegetables are also excellent. So squash. Nope, not squash. Oh, onions. Onions. Buy order for onions. Yes, I want 20 of those. And I want them at 121. Right? So there's a couple other people in on the onion game, right? But they're selling for 22 and I can buy them for 121. So that is an excellent turnaround. Cabbage? I don't remember about cabbage. Garbage. Broccoli. Eat your broccoli. Nope. Cauliflower. I think I already put one in the cauliflower. String beans we already talked about. That's a trap. Fruit. Fruit is excellent. Also excellent. Strawberries 9. I will take some of that. Right. So I will go 26. And I'll take 20 strawberries. One day. What have you missed? You have missed everything. But I will go over it again just for you, Breakout. You can have a personal one-on-one coaching session right here, right now. So this is the way it works. You go to the auction house. You sell your items. So these are all the items that I just put up, right? And I sell all my items for 1 penny less. No, I don't want to cancel that. I sell my items for 1 penny less than whatever the top value is, right? So that means my listing is on the top. So people who are going to buy stuff, they will buy my items first. And then if I see an item, like let's say, we'll go to eggs, right? So I know eggs are good, right? So I go to eggs. I can sell eggs for $29.98 per egg. Every single egg that I sell gets me $29.98, which is fantastic. So, but then I can go to buy, and I can go to egg, right? Go to bag, and I can buy eggs for $3.51. So I'll wake up tomorrow morning and I'll have bought 5 or 6 eggs probably at $3.51. And then I will turn around and I will sell them for $29.98. And that is the basic premise of everything that I do for the auction house. I identify items where there's a large gap in what people are willing to pay in buy orders, and I identify and I get in on the action, right? I buy them cheap through buy orders, and then I sell them expensive through the auction house. And basically I'm preying on people's impatience, right? Because people, when they come to the auction house, they don't want to wait to sell items. They want their money now. So they look to see if there's a buy order, and they sell it immediately. And I'm that guy. I'm the guy that they sell it to. And then I'm also preying on the impatience of people that are wanting to buy the eggs, right? So they're impatient. They don't want to go out and gather it, or they don't want to put in a buy order themselves. So they pay the 30 gold per thing. And I'm also there for that, right? And so it's just over and over and over abusing that system. And so this is the stuff that I'm selling. And this is the stuff that I'm buying, right? And you just identify things where there's a large gap, and you place orders. And if you don't buy the stuff, then it refunds your money, except for the listing fee. And you just have to make more money than you put down in listing fees. And I usually do, every time I do a run, it's a couple $100 gold in listing fees, right? And that's not hard to do because I usually make a couple $1,000 gold every time I do a run, which is 24 hours. So, does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Anyway, back to buying fruit. You distracted me. Buy orders, where was I? I did strawberries? I did strawberries. Fruit is very good. That's not what I want. What are we doing here? No, I want to do this. Resources. Cooking. Fruit. There we go. Cranberries. Cranberries is starting to get into that. I don't know that I want to mess with that range. Orange. Oranges are good. I'll take some oranges. 50 63 cents for me. Oh, somebody outbid me. I was 52 earlier. But now I've outbid you. So now I will be the top buy order. Lemons are good. Lemons are almost 40 gold. And they sell too. I really like lemons. Lemons and eggs are the best. Oh, come on. Ugh. Somebody put one in there for 5. That's fine. I'm still in for lemons. I will take. It does. Will I be able to replicate? Probably not. It's not that hard, man. I've given you the step-by-step here. I'm just greedy. I'm not that brilliant. But my greed has forced me to figuring out the system. And the system is people don't look at people are impatient, and I prey on people's impatience. Whoever did $5 for lemons, 5 gold for lemons, on you. You didn't have to take it up that much. Oh, apples. All right, I'm in for some apples. Coconut. All right. And there we go. And we're back down to a little under 20, right? Oh, what did it sell? Whatever it was put me over 20. What did it sell? I know I just missed the good one. I know I did. No. Sell. Did I sell? Okay. It's fine. All right. So that's pretty much it. That's all you do. And then you're just go adventure, right? You go do your thing. And collect more stuff. Put it up for sale. That's it. It's not super hard. It's not super difficult. You just have to stay on top of it. Usually, like I said, I do it in the morning. Drop my kids off at school. I come back, have some coffee. For kind of that before I get into work mode. And it's my relaxing time. I put it up and then start crushing my day. So it's not that it's pretty easy to do. You just have to keep on top of it. And you have to understand most people don't know about the buy orders, right? That's the weak link in the whole thing. Most people don't understand that you can do that. And so they know you can sell your items fast, but they don't know that you can place the buy orders and get stuff like that. So perfect. Just checking something on the stream. It was being fidgety. Oh, there's some cranberries. So I just sold, is that one? Yeah, I just sold one. So one cranberry just sold for 23. The 23 whatever was minus the auction house cut. So that's pretty cool, right? And so I bought that thing for somewhere between 20 and 50 cents. And I just sold it for 23. So that's pure profit, right? I'm investing basically nothing, and I get 23 gold. And let's rake it in. Oh, there goes the string beans. I was just talking about how they were horrible. Which they still are, but at least I didn't lose my money. So I might have broke even on that. Yeah, most people have no idea about the buy orders. And even, like I said earlier, even if you don't want to play the auction house like I do, even if you don't want to sit there and message it, even when you're a crafter, you should be using the buy orders to buy your materials instead of directly buying them off the auction house. Because you can buy your items at a fraction of the cost, right? And so you can just fill your bank up with whatever you want, and then you're able to do that much cheaper than buying immediately. It just takes longer. So you have to have a little planning. You have to have a little forethought. You have to think like, okay, what am I going to need? And then you have to be patient enough to wait for it. And so where you get in trouble is when you become impatient and you're like, I need to sell this now, or I need to buy this now. And then that's where I sit on the auction house and rake in money. All right, headed towards 4. Like I said, I'm only level 26. I haven't really played this too hardcore at all. And so I'm just kind of messing around. And I still have 20,000 gold, but just barely screwing around with this thing. Are you going to take my thing? Okay. Like, dude. That's cool. So I'm probably gonna put the beginning part of that. It actually did last about an hour. I did the whole process from beginning to end took about an hour. So I'll probably put that portion of it on YouTube for people to see. I think people like making money in New York. I think so. So maybe we'll have some people look at it. All right, so I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a post-mortem on my auction house adventures. So it is the following day. It hasn't even been 24 hours yet. My auctions are still up, so I still have a chance to make a little bit more money before time expires. But as you can see, I'm at almost 22,000 gold. And we started yesterday, or we ended yesterday where I was right at 20,000. I might even been a little bit under. I don't even remember. So I've made 2,000 gold in a little over 2 hours, just by the system that I showed you. So, and I've also gained some things. Whoops, let's go here. All right, so yesterday I had no eggs. Now I have 8 eggs. Right, I have got 6 coconuts, 4 sage. This was all stuff I picked up with my buy orders, right? Was there anything down here? I think these might have been, I can't remember on those. I might have gotten those as well. No, I think I collected that one. But anyway, for sure, the eggs, the coconut, and the sage, somebody sold those to me, right? And those are going to be, the eggs are 30 gold a piece. So 30 times 8 is 240 gold. Easy. Right? Coconuts, I think, are like 15. This is just super, super easy money that you can make in New World just by using the system that I described. So I just want to make sure to include that as part of the deal. I think it actually works a little better. I get a little bit better results when I do it in the morning versus the evening. So if you can swing it, I'd put my stuff up in the morning instead of the evening. So have a great day and happy auction housing or trading or playing the market.